If you can set it for December 13th, I know it's a Friday, but come on.
That date doesn't exist.
Friday the 13th.
All right.
Next Monday.
Okay, just admonishers, you gotta go.
I will make sure.
Okay, all right, Ms. Ely.
And
Number
then
2.
I have Miss Ely, and we are ready to take a plea on that.
Last name?
Ely, E-A-L-Y.
She's got bond violations though.
She does, Your Honor. I have not seen the report, but
Or you want to just do the plea today?
we have already done the paperwork, Your Honor, and
Okay, I mean, because it's 1,500 days old, so
I understand.
let's just do it.
Have her.
No, yeah, she can be there.
She'll be there.
Right.
Thank you.
What was the bond violation for?
Your Honor, it was for alcohol use. She was at a catering event, and we believe it's nail
I didn't
polish.
use any, I didn't have any.
Blah, blah, blah. You know, Miss Ely, in life, excuses go in this ear, they go out that ear. What is important are actions. That's what rides. Your case is 1,547 days old. We asked you to do one thing. 2, show up and don't use.
Judge, I'm sending you over the report right now. And Judge, I would like to say it was, all of our stream devices, they're sent to a specific officer that's very thoroughly checked it, and it was a confirmed positive, and that's the report that I'm sending you right now. I'll show you distribution levels as well. Judge, you have to.
So we have one date that she's consuming alcohol on a Saturday night.
Your
I'm
Honor,
not doing this.
I was at work.
Take a seat for me in the jury box. Then. You know, it really scares me to think that not even a couple days can go by and you test positive for alcohol. I mean, either you just don't care about bond conditions or you have a problem, you know?
Am I allowed to speak?
So, no, there, at this point, there's nothing that you can say. You know, my kids, I've got a ton of kids, Miss Ely, and when they do wrong, I try to, you know, I try to discipline them. And when they tell me sorry because they did something wrong, you know, I hug them, I give them a kiss on the cheek. Buddy, I get it. I'm sorry. When they make the same mistake again, I'm like, look, I told you before, you're doing wrong. This is why. And then when they make the same thing again, and they try to tell me sorry, I'm like, bud, do you think I believe that sorry? You keep making the same mistake. And you want me to believe that you're sorry? Just man up and tell me you just don't give a rat's behind. You know, here, do you not see the analogy? Over and over. Your case is 1,500 days. We set cases for trial at 180 days. If you have a problem with alcohol, Miss Ely, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you, and I promise you're not going to like the way that I do. If I find that you test positive for alcohol while you're on this probation, I will put you in a rehab facility. Do you understand? It is a minimum of around 6 to 9 months if you respond well to treatment. If you don't, you're looking at about a year and a half. All we want are our streets to be safe. That's all we want. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal, Ms. Ely, meaning that once you accept this agreement today, you can never change this. The other thing I'm going to tell you is that this DWI will go on your record. If you ever get pulled over and you have even the remote faintest smell of alcohol, chances are you're going to pick up a second DWI, and everything doubles up on a second. From now on, you are looking at a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up in here. If you get in a car, I hope that you don't even have a sip of alcohol, because it's going to cost you a lot, babe. As part of the probation, for you to complete it successfully, you must do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess further conditions, you must fulfill them. You must do a thinking for a change, driving while intoxicated, education class, 2 victim impact panels. You must have a guardian interlock, no breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over and an officer asks you to submit to a breath sample, you must take a breath test. No drugs, no alcohol. Have you looked up to see if she has a valid license, Alex?
Your Honor, she does
I
not.
don't
She
drive.
does not drive.
I'm
And
making it, you will be signing an affidavit with me today, Ms. Ely, that you're not going to drive while you're on this probation. The worst possible thing you can do is drive. I'm telling you, there's no better way to assess a lengthy. Just don't drive. If you want to drive, all we ask you to do is get a license, get insurance, and then you must have an interlock on the car. Because you're not driving, you must get a portable breath test device. 3 days to get the device. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, man? I will find you guilty. One more thing I'm going to tell you is the worst possible thing that you can do is stop reporting. Because if you stop reporting, we're going to issue a warrant for your arrest. If you ever have problems with the DWI, just come back and we can talk through it. To me, I don't care about money. I will waive your fees on everything that I can. I cannot pay for outside classes, so that I can't pay for, but everything I can, and I will pay for you. It's never about the money. It's about doing what you say that you're going to do and staying drug and alcohol free for a year. Can you see if she qualifies for TAP funding?
She's unemployed, based on information she gives me, so I'm gonna send you.
Why are you unemployed?
I work overnight at a club, but I haven't been going since I have the things on my legs. Like I work as a bottle girl, so I haven't been going since I've been having these things on my legs. Because of the outfits that I have to wear, I can't go to work with those on my legs. So I haven't been working 2 weeks.
So how are you getting income?
Right now I stay home with my mom. And let me rephrase that. I'm currently enrolled in cosmetology school from 9 to 5, and I just graduated phlebotomy school too. So I'm doing stuff.
Is it perhaps the lifestyle that's not, it's bringing you down?
I was trying to that's why I've been going to school. So
Great, good. That's what yes. And that's what we want with you, Miss Ely. Sometimes if you're in a bad environment, it's going to drag you down. And that's what we don't want. We want to see you flourish. We want to see you become the great person that you can, But I don't know if it's the environment that's taking you down, but if you can, get into cosmetology, or that would be great.
In school, I go to school from 9 to 5.
When are you going to graduate?
I don't graduate to April. It's 6 months. I don't graduate to April 15th. And I just graduated phlebotomy school last month.
Did you say phlebotomy school?
This,
Okay, so can they
couldn't get
set
a
you
job
up
in
with a
phlebotomy.
job?
yeah, I couldn't get a job in phlebotomy because this kept coming up on my background, so I could never get it.
So that's why you finally came to get stuff taken care of. You can run, but you can't hide forever. It's going to come back to you one time. Okay, cut all her fees, please. And then let's see if she qualifies for TAP funding. We're going to try to get you to qualify for TAP funding so it pays for everything for you. Like I said, if you ever have a problem, just come back and talk to us. Don't take off because it's the worst thing you can do. Also consider it's going to go on your record. So if you're ever driving, even the remote smell, it's not going to end up well, man. All right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will follow the agreement, sentence you to it. I'm not going to suspend your license, ma'am. But if you don't have a license, don't drive. Go back to DPS. They can help you get a license. It's not hard. You know?
I did show her what she needs to do for that.
What's that?
I was able to pull that up and show her what she needs to resolve before she can get that.
Here is the number to the DPS driver's license division. You might give that to her. If you call them, you can ask them and they will tell you exactly what you need to do to get a license back. When you call them, don't call at 8, don't call at 9. You have to call right at 7 in the morning because otherwise the phone lines get so busy, you'll never get through. Trust me, when you call them, if you want to get your license, that is, call them at 7 o'clock sharp. You'll never get through otherwise. All right, good luck, man.